3 reverse suspended fishing techniques that work wonders in the wild in the world of freshwater angling. Conventional near-bottom fishing, often referred to as suspending close to the bottom, is essentially a form of float fishing. The bait hangs just above the lake or riverbed, giving fish the illusion of a natural meal drifting down. However, this approach has its weaknesses. It's notoriously vulnerable to wind and current, which can sweep your rig away unless you use a heavy float and lead sinker. But here's the twist. In summer, the best fishing often comes on breezy days or in flowing water. That's when reverse suspended fishing becomes your secret weapon. Let's break down 3 practical and proven reverse fishing methods that excel in tricky, unpredictable wild waters. 1. Targeting bream. 20 centimeters above bottom bream are classic mid to lower column feeders, with an upturned mouth that makes bottom feeding cumbersome. These fish are opportunistic eaters, with a diet that's a mix between a carp and a grass carp. In open waters, if there are bream around, they're usually the first to bite, and often in schools. Once they arrive, it's not uncommon to land several in quick succession. To increase your hookup rate, seasoned anglers recommend presenting the bait 20 centimeters above the bottom, making it easier for bream to feed comfortably. Many anglers swear by popped corn for larger bream, and smaller fish can be enticed with several grains of puffed rice. The idea is simple: let the sinker rest on the bottom, and the buoyant bait will do the rest, keeping your hook precisely in the strike zone. 2. Bead fishing. The true spirit of reverse suspension. Bead fishing, or what some anglers call floater bead fishing, has evolved from a niche tactic to a widely adopted baiting method, used across various rig types, pole setups, feeder rigs, bottom rigs, even paternoster systems. It originated from river fishing, where wind and flowing water complicate standard presentations. In these environments, anglers often target rocky or uneven bottoms, where fish love to hide but snags are inevitable. The solution? Bead fishing. By attaching brightly colored, buoyant beads above the hook, you can lift the bait off the snags and into view of cruising fish. Why it works? Beads reduce the risk of snagging while improving visibility. Fish entering the swim are more likely to spot a gently hovering bait than one buried in debris. It's an elegant, effective way to combat the 2 major river fishing headaches: bottom complexity and current drag. 3. Fishing over submerged vegetation and rock crevices. In recent years, European carp anglers have brought additional attention to the power of reverse suspension. Their approach often mirrors bead fishing, but with a twist. Since carp are bottom feeders, the goal isn't to suspend the bait high, but just enough to avoid silt or vegetation. This minimal lift prevents hooks from sinking into mud, while still appealing to cautious carp. Special case: winter roach fishing in dead grass beds. During winter, one of the best spots for roach is beneath submerged, dead aquatic plants. These areas retain slightly warmer water, acting like underwater greenhouses. Here, reverse suspended rigs shine. The setup: attach a tiny piece of buoyant foam to the shank of the hook. Then add your live bait worms or test the rig in a bucket or tub at home. If it's not lifting properly, just add another piece of foam. This presentation works equally well when fishing around submerged rocks or narrow gaps between stones. Final tips for success: limit yourself to using a 2-hook rig max. More than that, and you risk tangling your leaders midcast or during retrieval. For certain environments like dense vegetation or rocky crevasses, consider this alternative. Attach your sinker at the end of the main line, then tie the hook link a few inches above it. This way, your bait naturally hovers off the bottom, while the weight holds the rig steady. About the author. I'm a passionate angler and content creator who loves sharing insights from the wild water side. Follow me for tips, stories, and in-depth discussions about fishing in natural environments. Like, save, and stay tuned for the next updo. Won't want to miss it.